Hello, friends, and welcome. Welcome to another episode where I review vintage fountain pens. Today I have for you quite a strange no-name fountain pen, but it has some characteristics, including the nib, that makes me think it is from East Germany. You can see it has this color, this burgundy dark color. It has the endings in this black color. I presume it's celluloid, the material, but I'm not so sure. What is quite interesting about this fountain pen, or at least I find it interesting, this clip, which seems to have the pattern of the skin of a snake. Quite an interesting metallic clip. At the end we have quite a flat ending made out of this plastic, this black plastic, which is symmetrical, at least with the color of the part that ends the barrel. But that part that ends the barrel is slightly coned, as you can see. I believe when it was new it had also two metallic bands, but in time they, you can see they are missing. The cap unscrews and it reveals the nib, and this is one of the clues that it is visible on the pen. So if you pay attention, you can see a bear on two legs, and beneath it we have engraved iridium. So it had an iridium tip. But guys, this logo isn't new to me. I have seen it on several Romanian-made fountain pens, and I know for sure that it was made by a East German producer. You know that East Germany was part of the communist bloc, and between the communist countries there were frequent commercial exchanges. So I know for sure that this is made in East Germany. On the back we have a quite crude feed. I believe it's made out of ebonite. I'm not so sure. And the most interesting part, guys, as you can see, we don't have a lever filler, we don't have a button filler. This cap unscrews and it can be posted like this, but most interesting, when I unscrew the barrel, we can see, guys, uh, maybe it was fitted with the sack, but if it's fitted with the sack, then how can you fill it? Just by pressing with your thumbs the sack? And I'm not so sure, but I thought it was an eyedropper. So you put ink here with a syringe or an eyedropper and it lands here. But if it was designed like an eyedropper, then this part shouldn't have the possibility to unscrew, because the ink can leave the body through this space between those two parts. So it should have been a single port. So this is a quite mysterious fountain pen, guys. At least when we are speaking about the filling mechanism, the filling with ink. Again, if we look closely at the nib, we have a steel nib. It was at some time gold plated, but the plating has faded away. I'm quite curious to see how it writes, because you can see the little tines are not equal So maybe it has an oblique effect, and I love oblique nibs. But due to the fact that I don't know for sure the filling mechanism, of course I will do only a dip in the ink bottle. Guys, this is the fountain pen. If you ask me what I paid for it, I think I paid only 2 or 3 euros, 5 euros, or it was even a gift with a whole pack of other fountain pens. So I must tell you, I love these obscure fountain pens. If it had engraved a name on it, it would have been great, because I love to research the names. Maybe I can find a little bit of information. We see here a breathing hole, the only breathing hole on the cap, so I think it's quite old. But maybe the nib is a replacement nib from the 1950s or the 1960s. We will see about that. So guys, I have here a Mont Blanc 146 Legrand, and I will put it side by side with this fountain pen. You can see almost the same length. By the way, this is a Mont Blanc 146 from the 1980s, so it is the longer version. I have also one from the 1950s, but it's a little bit smaller. And I will leave the dimensions of our known name East German fountain pen on the screen. And after that, I will do the writing sample. For the writing sample, I think I will use the Mont Blanc ink over here. And now, guys, I will change the angle of the camera. Okay. This is the fountain pen. This is the ink bottle. Okay. I will give it a little shake to the ink. So, this is quite an expensive ink. I will just dip it gently in the ink. Okay. Now I will remove the excess. I will leave it here. Let me see, guys. Yes, you can cap this fountain pen, but you know that I don't like scratches, micro scratches, so I will try to write with it uncapped. So this is a no-name fountain pen. It is fitted with a steel gold plated nib. For the nib, I can say it was made in DDR, Deutsche Demokratische Republik, or East Germany. And I'm just saying about the nib. Let me give you a little zoom, guys. I think that the nib was made in the 1950s or 1960s. Interesting about this fountain pen, it is in its filling system. As you can see, it writes quite well. Let me see if we have some line variation. No flex. It seems to be quite a white writer. Yes, quite a wet writer. Let me do the pressure test. So here no pressure, guys, and here I apply a little pressure. So no major line variance. And now, in my opinion, this is an M for a medium nib, medium nib. Well, I thought it was an oblique nib, but I don't see it. Let me do a signature. Yes, quite nice on signatures. And why not a reverse writing? Let me see. Reverse writing. Well, as you can see, definitely no. It doesn't scratch, but you can see it loses the ink flow. Okay, guys. Now let me tell you about the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Guys, I'm quite impressed with this fountain pen. In a single dipping, so we we count only on the ink on the feed and on the nib. It lasted all the way almost to a whole page. I'm quite excited about this no-name fountain pen, and it shows that even the communist-made fountain pens, which had a poor quality system and had some flaws, they can be great writers. Guys, thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed this review of an unnamed East German fountain pen. I want to wish you to have a nice day wherever you are. If you've enjoyed this review, please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. I will see you again at the next episode. Till then, bye bye, guys, and God bless.